house, man.
What's happening, guys? Once again, this is your man Jay Focus reminding you to stay focused. Today I'm coming to you from the beautiful Umhlanga Nature Preserve in Lagoon, located in the northern part of the city of Durban, South Africa. Now, you probably never heard of any of these things I just mentioned except for South Africa. Now, Durban is located on the Indian Ocean. So this is the eastern half of the country, the whole territory, right? It's actually located only an hour or two before you get to Mozambique. Now, the culture here is very unique for even South Africa because this city received more Indian immigrants than any other city in the world about 100 years ago. So there is a very strong, visible Indian population from India that have been here since the 1800s. Now, one of the famous ones, Indians that spent a significant time in South Africa, is Mahatma Gandhi. And everybody and their mama has heard of Gandhi. That's the most famous Indian of all time. I think he's the GOAT of Indian people. Hit that like button. I'm putting in work out here. I swear to y'all, I'm putting in work. And speaking of GOAT, Indian people like lamb and curry. So if you're here and that's some food that you enjoy, you want to check it out while you're here. So this neighborhood, this region of Durban is called Umhlanga. I think I'm pronouncing it right. You guys know what I mean if you're from here. But this is the northern part of the city and it is quite wealthy. So you have luxury malls, luxury shopping, sports cars, luxury cars, all that kind of stuff, that opulence. If that's what you're looking for in Africa and South Africa in particular, you could do a lot worse than Durban. Now, one other nice thing about the village of Durban, especially the northern side of it, is that everything is walkable. So you have access to groceries, you have access to anything you can really think of. You've got several gyms to choose from. You've got an insane variety of restaurants. You've got fast food. You even got Burger King out here and Krispy Kreme and all that bad stuff that you probably shouldn't be eating. That's out here too. So when you come to Durban, you need to watch your waistline because it's easy to put on pounds, and that's coming from a skinny dude. So just know that off rip. Another nice thing about Durban, unlike the rest of South Africa, is because it sits on the Indian Ocean, it's actually warm. So the first time when I landed in South Africa, I started in Cape Town, which is where probably most people will start at if they've never been to South Africa before. And in Cape Town, the water is freezing cold. I'm talking about, I've been to beaches all over the world, and I swear to you, up in the north of Europe, in Finland, the water wasn't quite as cold as it was in Cape Town when I went. And I went in the summertime, so I can't imagine what it's like outside of the summer season. So the beaches in Cape Town, they're to look, they're not to get in the water unless you're gonna put on a wetsuit and you're gonna surf or do something like that. But just straight up running out there with your bare skin, nah, it's a no-go. Same thing with Namibia. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I was in Namibia because it's not very far from Cape Town. The water's cold there, but it's even colder as you go further south down to Cape Town. So just have that in mind. But that's not the case here. Here you will actually see black people, white people, everybody and their mama inside the actual coast, in the water, in the sea. And that's rare to see, like I said, in the places that I was just coming from. What else can I tell you guys about this area? So you've got animals, you've got monkeys, you've got deer, you've got these little things that are kind of like rabbits. I don't even know what you call these guys, but they're running all over the place. You can hear them scurrying. And what else have I seen? A whole bunch of birds that are quite exotic to me. coming from North America. And I think that kind of sums it up. It's very quiet if you just want to get away from the big hotels, the Gucci, the Dolce & Gabbana, which is all in Umshanga. And you just walk 15 minutes, you're away from all of that. It's like you left Durban, and it's good to have both, and so accessible. There's very few places in the world where you can go from being in a forest, a nature preserve full of wildlife, and go strolling down into the Prada store, the Gucci store. I can't really think of another place. Now, Vancouver, Canada could kind of be summarized like that, but you can't do it walking. You're gonna need a car, but it is very accessible there as well. San Diego, you could kind of find that, but also you're gonna need a car. So they kind of did a good job here. You know, I gotta show respect where respect is due. Africa in general doesn't get the respect as far as how diverse it is and how people live like this, and not only live in the stereotypical ways that you're used to seeing in certain mainstream media, right? That's real, but this is real too. So I'm just out here trying to show you guys the full picture of Africa, the down bad all the way to the living on the mountaintop type experiences. You know what I'm saying? And that's unique. That's really what makes it worthwhile. Being here in Africa is that I'm always learning new things. I'm always challenging my own preconceived notions. So with that being said, I'm about to get out of here. Right now we're coming up to the tidal pool here at BALLITO, which is a community along the coast in Durban, on the northern side of the region of KwaZulu-Natal, which is the state where Durban is located. And we got Thompson's Bay is the name of this particular beach, this area. So once again, this was your guy Jay Focus, reminding you to stay focused.
This thing is a light that's better than y'all.
Focus, man.